Somebody look at your neighbor and say, she finna bring it tonight. I said, somebody look at your neighbor and say, she finna bring it tonight. And if you ain't got a neighbor, look at yourself and say, she finna bring it to fuck a night. Or we gonna jump right into it, because that's how we do it over here. Honey, Eartha Kitt was born in 1927. We jumps right into it over here. 1927 in South Carolina. Eartha Kitt was abandoned by her mama, so she had to stay with her two aunties. Eartha Kitt was left with one of her aunties, and she had to move to New York City. The auntie enrolled Eartha Kitt in the New York School of Performing Arts. They noticed little Eartha Kitt was so fucking talented and shit, so they allowed her to win a scholarship, and she was just 16 years of age. They've been watching little Eartha Kitt since she was a young girl. I want y'all to know this shit. It wasn't sweet for Eartha Kitt. I said the shit wasn't sweet for little Eartha Kitt. She said her auntie Rosa, she was a fucking pit bull. She said her auntie Rosa, she took both of her hands. She said she tied them around a motherfucking tree, and she beat her until the blood poured down her legs. A few weeks later, they said it was like some shit out of a motherfucking movie scene. Her auntie Mammy invited Eartha Kitt to come live with her. The auntie said, I see things ain't going good over there with your other auntie, so you can come over here and stay with me. So Eartha Kitt, she said, okay, well, I don't like it over here where I'm at, so maybe this will be a better place for me. Honey, she went to go stay with her other auntie in New York City, same place, different auntie. I said Eartha Kitt went to go stay with her auntie Mammy. Eartha Kitt started going to school in Harlem. Eartha Kitt, she started becoming known in school for her singing ability. Everybody say, oh yeah, y'all know that mixed girl right there? Oh, she can sing her ass off. So she started getting attention for her singing ability. Soon as she thought shit was cool, her auntie Mammy started to beat her. And that was the breaking point. She said, I ain't gonna get beat no more. She said, I ain't gonna let my aunties beat me no more, so I gotta go stay on my own. Eartha Kitt left. She went to go stay on her own. She went to go find work on her own. Now you must understand, Eartha Kitt was born in 1927. Slavery was really popping back then. I'm talking about working in the fields while singing gospel hymns and shit. Back in that time, slavery was very, very motherfucker. It was popping. Eartha Kitt, she was born in a ramshackle, in a backwoods shack on a fucking cotton field. Honey, Eartha Kitt was the master's child, so her skin was a little lighter than other people's skin. They considered her to basically be a mulatto child. A mulatto child is a mixed child. So growing up in that time for Eartha Kitt, it wasn't easy. Eartha Kitt said people treated her like dog shit. Eartha Kitt say she had reddish hair and her skin was light. She said, and the niggas used to bully her. She said the niggas used to bully her mama too, because her mama was black and Cherokee Indian. Eartha say the white folks didn't even want to get them no jobs, so they had to continue to pick the motherfucking cotton. They had to continue to cook for the motherfucking master and his people. They had to continue to motherfucking garden, keep their motherfucking fields together, and other little shit like that to pay for their keeps, to get paid, to stay, to lay their head in a motherfucking shack. Now check it out. Now back in that time, the masters, they used to walk into the slave shacks and shit. And whichever woman they wanted for that night, the master, he'll point them out. I want this one. You, come here. Whichever one he wanted to rape that night, come here. He said, come on, let's go. And the slave woman, they husband, be standing right there. And they can't do shit, or they ain't gonna do shit. Let the master take their woman right out the room. Eartha Kitt mama was raped by the master. Then Eartha Kitt, she was born. I said Eartha Kitt mama was raped by the master. Then Eartha Kitt was born. You know what's fucked up? I said, you know what's really fucked up about it? The master, he don't even want to claim the child. I said, he don't even want to claim the child that they got with the slave woman. But they asses always want to name the child and shit. They always want to name the motherfucker child. The harvest of the earth was good for that month that Eartha Kitt was born. I said the month that Eartha Kitt was born, the harvest of the earth was good. So the master, the daddy, he named her Eartha. Ain't that some shit? You get a chance to name the baby, but you don't even want to be in the baby's life. Huh. Honey, Eartha Kitt, her life was like a fucking movie. And I said to myself, I said, why they ain't did a movie on Eartha Kitt yet? Because they don't want you to know certain shit. They don't want certain shit to get out. They got to find a way to get the daughter out of here before they can even bring out the movie on Eartha Kitt's life. Check it out. That's why we don't see no movies on Eartha. That's why we don't see no movies on certain stars. Because they family members. They ain't going to have that shit. They'll speak out. That ain't happened. That's not correct. Honey, this rabbit hole go deeper. I said, honey, this rabbit hole go deeper. When Eartha Kitt was 7 years old, she witnessed the death of her mama. She said they brought her in a little shack room. Eartha Kitt say she saw her mama laying sick and helpless on the bed, dying. Eartha Kitt, she saw them passing a baby over her mama's body. Now in some practices, to pass a baby over a dying person's body, it meant to shake off the spirit. Okay? Shake off the spirit that's been placed on that dying person from a voodoo spell or from a spell, a black magic spell that's been placed upon them. Eartha Kitt said a voodoo curse was placed on her mama. And then she was poisoned. So Eartha Kitt, she had to do the best that she could to survive in this fucking world. You'll be surprised. I said, you'll be surprised how much of the voodoo shit was used back in that day. Whew, I'm going somewhere with this tonight. I ain't gonna stay too long. Eartha Kitt's daughter said her mama searched and searched and searched to find her birth certificate. Ever since the 1950s, Eartha Kitt been she said she was trying to find her mama's birth certificate. I said ever since the motherfucking 1950s, Eartha Kitt was trying to find her fucking birth certificate. She was unsuccessful. Eartha Kitt's daughter said Eartha Kitt didn't even know how old she was. She didn't even know her birthday until she finally found her birth certificate at the age of 71 years old. When Eartha Kitt, when she asked to have a copy of her daddy's birth certificate, they blacked out his name to hide his motherfucker identity. They ain't want nobody to know who the daddy was. He long dead. And they ain't even still want nobody else to know nothing else about her daddy. They ain't want this shit to get out. The shit is crazy. Eartha Kitt's daughter said her mama grieved and grieved and grieved till her death about that birth certificate. She said she wanted to know who she was. She wanted to know where she came from. We see her life on TV. Oh, yeah, she's such a good superstar. But we didn't know what happened in the motherfucking backgrounds. We didn't know the pain that she went through. I said we didn't know the shit that she suffered. Hello, somebody. They blood sacrificed Eartha Kitt on Christmas Day. Christmas Day has a high energy. I'm going to have to teach y'all how to work with the days of these holidays to work for yourself and not against yourself. They sacrificed Eartha Kitt on Christmas Day. Sacrificed on the winter solstice. Took her up out of here. She still would have been kicking. When they take people up out of here like that, they using their body. They're using their body for the energy. They're using their body for different things. Like I said before, for different sales, they want to clone different people. Of course, we know that. But they also want to take different things out of people and use it for themselves. The melanin and things of that nature. Like I said, these celebrities, oh, they just want a little piece of money. They just want a little bit of fame. But what would you give to get the motherfucking fame? What you gonna give? I said, what you gonna give? Because you got to give something. You got to give something. What you gonna give? I said, I'm bringing it tonight. Eartha Kitt. We done heard about them sex slaves going around in Hollywood. We done heard about the sex slave. They used Eartha Kitt and she was the biggest sex slave. They called her the sex kitten. They called her the sex kitten. I said so many white men done got a hold of Eartha Kitt. Used and abused sexually. You got to give up something in this motherfucking game. Either you gonna give up your family, somebody in your family, either you gonna give up that pussy. Either you gonna give up that wood. You got to give up something. Use their body as they motherfucking playground. And when they was ready, took a right the fuck up out of here. Cause that's how they do you. When they feel like you all used up, they ain't got nothing else for you. You ain't delivering no more. Oh, it's time for you to go. Oh, it's time for you to go. Then we end up, oh, they had a drug overdose. They got killed in a hotel. This happened, that happened. What you gonna give? Because you got to give up something.